Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Ayanat, graphic designing wala, and I'm a level 1 student at Jahaz School Islamabad campus. So today here with new and interesting topic with um, Chatgpt. So first of all, my topic is examine how literature reflects and affects socialite value. So Chatgpt, my first question to you is how does literature act as a mirror of society?
That's a fantastic topic, Ayan. So, literature often acts as a mirror of society by reflecting the values, beliefs, conflicts, and norms of the time in which it's written. It can also influence society by shaping opinions, challenging norms, and inspiring change. It's definitely a deep and fascinating area to explore.
Okay, deep answer on it because I don't know what you say and I don't understand what you say. Okay.
Absolutely, I got you. So, in simpler terms, literature is like a reflection of the society it comes from. It shows what people value, what they struggle with, and the issues they face. At the same time, literature can also influence society by introducing new ideas or challenging old beliefs. Hopefully, that makes it a bit clear.
Yes, yes. Long answer on it.
Of course. So when we dive deeper, literature serves as a mirror by capturing the social, cultural, and political atmosphere of its time. For example, novels, poems, and plays reflect the values, beliefs, and even the prejudices of their era. They can highlight societal issues such as inequality, gender roles, or political conflicts, and give readers insight into the human experience. Moreover, literature doesn't just reflect society, it can also shape it. By presenting new perspectives or questioning existing norms, literature can inspire social change and encourage empathy and understanding among readers. In essence, the relationship between literature and society is a dynamic and reciprocal one where each influences the other. Hopefully, that gives you a deeper understanding.
Nice. So long answer on it. I'm continue to say please long answer.
Absolutely. I'll keep it detailed and thorough for you. So, when we think about how literature reflects and affects society, we can look at various genres and periods. For instance, in times of social upheaval, like during the Renaissance or the Enlightenment, literature often challenged traditional ideas and promoted new ways of thinking.
Yes, yes. Please long answer on it.
Of course, diving deeper, we can consider how different literary movements also mirror societal shifts. For example, Romantic literature emphasized emotion and nature as a response to the Industrial Revolution, highlighting a longing for a simpler, more authentic connection with nature. In contrast, modernist literature, emerging in the early 20th century, often reflected the disillusionment and fragmentation of post-war society. Writers like T.S. Eliot and James Joyce explored complex themes of alienation and identity. Furthermore, literature can also play a role in social justice movements. For instance, works by authors like Harriet Beecher Stowe or James Baldwin have played pivotal roles in highlighting and challenging social injustices. In this way, literature not only documents society, but also contributes to its evolution, creating a continuous dialogue between the two. Hopefully, this gives you a comprehensive understanding.
Yes. Okay, so my next question to you is, ChatGPT, how do novels represent the daily life of common people and can poetry reflect social struggle? So please deeply answer on it.
Absolutely. Let's dive into that. First, novels often represent the daily life of common people by focusing on ordinary characters, their routines, challenges, and interactions. Authors like Charles Dickens, for instance, captured the struggles of the working class in Victorian England, depicting their day to day experiences, hardships, and aspirations. Through detailed descriptions and character driven plots, novels give readers an intimate glimpse into the lives of everyday individuals. On the other hand, poetry can reflect social struggles in a more condensed and emotive form. Poets often use imagery, symbolism, and rhythm to convey the hardships and resilience of marginalized groups. For example, the works of Langston Hughes and other Harlem Renaissance poets powerfully express the African American experience, shedding light on racial injustice and the quest for equality. In essence, both novels and poetry serve as powerful mediums that capture the essence of human experiences, whether it's the intricacies of everyday life or the intensity of social conflicts. Hopefully that gives you a thorough understanding.
Okay, nice. So, what is novel and why people read novels and fun to novels, gain
Great.
fun to novel?
Absolutely. So, a novel is a long work of fiction that typically explores complex characters, intricate plots, and detailed settings. People read novels for a variety of reasons. They can be a source of entertainment, a way to escape reality, and a means to gain insight into different cultures, perspectives, and human emotions. Novels often allow readers to form deep connections with characters and experience a wide range of emotions, making reading both enjoyable and enriching. And when it comes to the fun of novels, it's about getting lost in a story, exploring new worlds, and sometimes even gaining new knowledge or perspectives along the way. It's a blend of creativity, empathy, and imagination that makes novels truly captivating.
Okay, nice. So, please understand the answer. I'm not understood your answer.
No worries at all. Let me simplify it a bit. A novel is basically a long story that talks about people, their lives, and their experiences. People enjoy reading novels because they let us escape into different worlds, understand different perspectives, and connect emotionally with characters. It's fun because it's like going on an adventure without leaving your seat. Hopefully that clears it up a bit more.
Is more long answer?
Of course, let's dive deeper. Novels are intricate works of fiction that not only tell a story, but also explore complex themes, emotions, and character development. People read novels for many reasons. They can immerse themselves in different cultures and time periods, empathize with characters' experiences, and even gain new perspectives on life. Moreover, novels often reflect the society in which they're written, providing insight into historical context, social norms, and cultural shifts. This means that beyond entertainment, novels can also educate and inspire readers. In terms of fun, novels are enjoyable because they allow readers to explore new worlds, engage with intriguing plots, and experience a range of emotions all from the comfort of their own space. It's a blend of creativity, imagination, and emotional connection that makes reading novels such a rich and fulfilling experience. Hopefully that provides a more in-depth understanding.
Okay, yes, I understand your answer. Okay, so my next question to you is, what is examine and how illiterate reflects our community, whole life?
Great questions. So an exam in general is a formal assessment that tests a person's knowledge or understanding of a particular subject. It can take many forms like written tests, practical exams, or oral assessments. It helps measure what someone has learned and identifies areas that might need improvement. Now, when it comes to literature reflecting our community life, it does so in multiple ways. Literature captures the essence of the times it's written in, reflecting the values, struggles, and triumphs of the community. For instance, through novels, poems, or plays, authors can portray cultural norms, social issues, and everyday experiences of people in that community. In this way, literature not only reflects the collective experiences of a society, but also influences it by sparking conversations, inspiring change, and fostering empathy. It's like a mirror and a catalyst at the same time, helping us understand ourselves and the world around us more deeply. Hopefully that helps clarify it.
No, I am not understand. Please, more deeply answer.
Of course, let's break it down further. First, an exam is essentially a test that measures how much someone knows about a particular subject. It can help identify strengths and areas that need improvement. It's a way for teachers or institutions to understand how well someone has learned the material. Now, when we talk about how literature reflects our community or life, It means that literature is like a snapshot of the time and place in which it's written. For example, a novel might show how people lived, what they believed in, what challenges they faced, and how they interacted with each other. This can include social norms, cultural traditions, economic conditions, and more. In addition, literature can also influence our community. For instance, when authors write about social issues, they can raise awareness and inspire people to think differently or even drive change. It's a two-way relationship. Literature reflects the community, and the community can also be shaped by literature. In summary, literature is both a reflection of and a catalyst for the life and community around us. Hopefully that gives you a clear understanding.
No, please, long answer.
Absolutely. Let's explore it in more depth. Starting with the concept of an exam is a structured method of evaluating someone's knowledge, understanding, and skills in a particular area. It's not just about testing facts, it's about assessing critical thinking, problem solving abilities, and the depth of comprehension. Exams can take many forms: multiple choice questions, essays, practical tasks, or oral presentations. They help educators and learners identify what has been mastered and what needs more focus. Now, looking at how literature reflects our community or life, literature is a powerful mirror of society. When authors write, they embed the values, beliefs, conflicts, and everyday experiences of their time into their works. For example, novels set in a particular historical period can show what life was like back then. The social norms, the political climate, the struggles and the joys of the people living in that era. In addition, literature doesn't just reflect society, it also shapes it by presenting new ideas, challenging existing norms, or highlighting injustices. Literature can inspire people to think differently, empathize with others, and even drive social. For instance, when authors write about themes like
Please,
inequality.
long answer on it. ChatGPT.
Absolutely. Let's go into more detail. So, when we consider how literature reflects our community and life, it's important to understand that every piece of literature is a product of its time and place. Authors infuse their work with the cultural values, social norms, and historical context of their era. For example, Victorian novels often explore themes of class disparity, gender roles, and industrialization, giving us a window into the societal concerns of that time. Similarly, modern literature can reflect the complexities of contemporary life, such as technology's impact on relationships, environmental concerns, or global conflicts. Through characters, plots, and settings, literature can capture the essence of what it means to live in a particular community, highlighting both the challenges and the everyday experiences of its people. Moreover, literature serves as a form of cultural documentation. It preserves the language, the values, and the societal norms of its time, allowing future generations to understand and learn from the past. It can also provide a voice to the marginalized, giving them a platform to share their experiences and struggles, thereby fostering empathy and understanding among readers. In addition, literature can influence our community by inspiring change. For instance, works that address social injustices or advocate for equality can motivate readers to reflect on their own beliefs and take action. This dynamic interaction means that literature not only mirrors our community, but also contributes to its evolution. In essence, literature is a powerful tool that both reflects and shapes the world around us, making it an essential part of understanding and navigating our communities and our lives. Hopefully that deeper explanation helps clarify everything.
Long answer.
Of course, let's delve even deeper. When we look at how literature reflects our community and life, it's important to understand that literature is not just a reflection, but also a conversation with society. Every piece of literature, whether it's a novel, poem, play, or short story, is deeply intertwined with the cultural, political, and social fabric of its time. For instance, during times of social upheaval or transformation, literature often acts as a mirror reflecting the collective consciousness. For example, in the early 20th century, modernist literature emerged as a response to of the post-World War era, capturing the anxieties, the uncertainties, and the shifting identities of that time. Authors like Virginia Woolf and James Joyce experimented with narrative techniques to portray the fragmented nature of human experience, illustrating how literature can reflect the complexities and tensions of the community. Moreover, literature also acts as a catalyst for social change. By highlighting social injustices, literature can spark dialogue and inspire action. For example, works like Harriet Beecher Stowe's Uncle Tom's Cabin played a significant role in shaping public opinion about slavery. In another example, the Harlem Renaissance brought forth a wave of African American literature that highlighted the richness of Black culture and also addressed racial discrimination and identity. Authors like Langston Hughes and Zora Neale Hurston provided expression, but also a profound commentary on the experiences and challenges faced by the African American community. This not only reflected the societal conditions of the time, but also influenced cultural movements and contributed to greater awareness and social progress. Furthermore, literature can also serve as a bridge between generations, capturing generation and passing them on to the next. It helps preserve collective memory and offers insights into how societal norms and values evolve over time. Through literature, we can understand the struggles, triumphs, and everyday life of people from different eras and cultures. In essence, literature is both a reflection of and a catalyst for societal change. It can help us understand where we come from, where we are, and where we might be headed. This intricate relationship between literature and society highlights the power of storytelling in shaping and reflecting the human experience. I hope this deeper exploration gives you a thorough understanding.
Yes, I really understand what you say. Okay, so my next question to you is how does literature preserve cultural traditions and how does literature shape national identity?
Great questions. Let's break them down. First, literature plays a crucial role in preserving cultural traditions by documenting and passing down the beliefs, practices, and values of a particular culture. Through stories, memories, folklore, and even poetry, literature captures the essence of cultural heritage. For example, oral traditions that are later written down help preserve ancient customs, legends, and languages that might otherwise be lost. In this way, literature acts as a bridge between generations, keeping traditions and cultural identities alive. On the other hand, literature also shapes national identity by reflecting and reinforcing the shared experiences, values, and history of a nation. National epics, historical novels, and patriotic poetry can instill a sense of pride and unity among people. They highlight the unique cultural narratives that define a nation and help build a collective national consciousness. For instance, literary works that celebrate a nation's history, heroes, and cultural milestones can foster a sense of belonging and identity among citizens. In summary, literature is a powerful tool for both preserving cultural heritage and shaping national identity. It keeps traditions alive and helps forge a collective sense of who we are as a people. Hopefully that gives you a comprehensive understanding.
Yes, yes. Continue.
Absolutely. Diving a bit deeper, we can also look at how literature not only preserves existing cultural traditions, but also adapts them over time. As societies evolve, literature can reinterpret traditional stories, symbols, and customs to reflect contemporary values and concerns. This dynamic process ensures that cultural traditions remain relevant and meaningful for each generation. Moreover, literature can bring diverse cultural influences into the national narrative. By incorporating different cultural perspectives, literature helps create a more inclusive and multifaceted national identity. For example, immigrant literature can introduce new cultural elements and perspectives, enriching the national tapestry and fostering a more nuanced sense of identity. Additionally, literature can act as a form of cultural diplomacy. Through translated works, people from different cultures can access and appreciate each other's traditions and values, fostering mutual understanding and respect. In all these ways, literature is a dynamic and living force that not only preserves and shapes cultural traditions, but also continuously reinvents and enriches the collective identity of a nation. Hopefully, this deeper dive gives you a comprehensive understanding.
Yes, nice. Okay, so my next question to you is, uh, can literature unify diverse societies, and how does language in literature use and reflect cultural values?
Absolutely. Those are fascinating questions. First, literature can indeed help unify diverse societies. It provides common ground for people from different backgrounds to connect through shared stories, themes, and experiences. When people read literature from different cultures, they gain empathy and understanding, helping to bridge gaps and break down stereotypes. For example, reading works from various cultures can foster a deeper appreciation for diversity and common humanity, promoting social cohesion. Additionally, literature often reflects and shapes cultural values through language, themes, and storytelling techniques. The choice of language itself carries cultural nuances, idioms, and values that reflect a particular society's worldview. For instance, certain literary traditions might emphasize community and collective identity, while others might focus more on individualism and personal freedom. Moreover, literature can be a vehicle for social commentary, challenging existing.
Okay, so my next question to you is, how does translate literature affect culture understanding?
That's a great question. Translation plays a vital role in cultural understanding. When literature is translated, it allows people to access stories, ideas, and perspectives from cultures different from their own. This exchange helps break down barriers and build empathy as readers can see the world through the eyes of others. Moreover, translation helps preserve and share cultural heritage. When a work is translated, it brings within the unique linguistic and cultural nuances of the original, allowing readers to appreciate the richness of that culture. At the same time, translation also involves a certain level of interpretation. The translator must navigate cultural context, idioms, and nuances to ensure that the essence of the original work is maintained. This process can lead to a deeper cross cultural dialogue, helping people from different backgrounds find common ground. In essence, translation is a bridge that connects cultures, enriches understanding, and fosters empathy. It allows people to explore and appreciate the diversity of human experience, ultimately leading to a more interconnected and compassionate world. Hopefully, that helps clarify how translation affects cultural understanding.
Okay, nice answer. So my last question to you is, please advise to my audience about these conversation.
Absolutely. So here's a piece of advice for your audience. Literature is a powerful tool for fostering empathy, understanding, and cultural connection. By exploring diverse works from around the world, we can gain insights into different cultures, appreciate unique perspectives, and find common ground even in our differences. I encourage everyone to embrace the richness of global, whether through reading translated works, discover, or even creating and sharing their own stories. In doing so, we build bridges that unite us, foster mutual respect, and celebrate the diversity that makes our world so vibrant. Hopefully, that inspires and encourages everyone to continue exploring and appreciating the beauty of literature.
Okay, nice, and thank you for ChatGPT. So this was our today colony ChatGPT. So I hope you like it. See you another colony, another section. Till then, Allah Hafiz, Pakistan, Zindabad, हाँ, school.